In this video, I'm going to be doing a complete guide of Spotify. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even advanced, this video is for you. Perhaps one of the different sections of the video is better for you. So I'm going to structure the video, which I'm going to actually talk a little bit about Spotify and who they are and where they were founded, just a little bit of a history so you have the context. Then I'm going to get into how does Spotify actually work and how do you use it. Should you go with free or premium? And then I'll get into all the different features that Spotify has and how you actually use them on desktop and on mobile. I'm gonna get into some tips, tricks, and hacks that you can use with the Spotify app on desktop and on mobile, so be sure to stick to the end of the video where I'm gonna get into those. If this is your first video of mine you're watching, be sure to punch the subscribe button. Don't break your screen though. I do weekly videos, app reviews, and I have my own music as well. I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, let's get into the first part of the video though. What is Spotify? Where are they from? How does it work? And how do they make money? So if you were one of those LimeWire file sharing music listeners, as I was in the early 2000s, because there was really no other way unless you bought the actual CD or you paid 99 cents per track on Apple Music, iTunes. So Spotify came out with an idea of an audio streaming music service in 2006 by two Swedish entrepreneurs. And their idea was quite simple. These two Swedish entrepreneurs started a company called Spotify, and they went to the three biggest music publishing services, Warner, Sony, and Universal Music. They went to these publishing companies and they said, we want to start selling this music on a streaming services for people to listen to instead of illegally downloading them on LimeWire or Napster, for example. And over time, they got more songs on Spotify because these publishing services would give them the songs for a cost. So with that, two Swedish entrepreneurs started this company in 2006. Now it's a huge global company, 40 million songs. They're taking over the music industry. But how do they make money? How the business model of Spotify works is basically, if you want to sign up for Spotify, you can do it, and it's for free. If you want to remove those free limitations like viewing ads and you're limited to the number of skips, you can pay for the service for about $10 a month. So that's where they make money, from people paying them on a monthly basis, usually around $10. And then a bit of the pie they make off ads, which advertisers, restaurants, whatever, come to them and say, I want to put an ad on Spotify to advertise my business, and they make money by charging that space as well. The second section of the video is how do you use Spotify on desktop and mobile. So Spotify is an application that you can download from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can have it on your mobile device and on your desktop computer. Simply go to the App Store, download it, go to the Google Play Store, download it. You can actually use Spotify in the web browser like Chrome or Safari, for example, too. That's a bit of a different experience because they have more extended features in the actual application that you download and have on your phone or your computer. Otherwise, the web browser app, you're limited to just a bit of a different experience. I would suggest going for the downloadable app you can find in the App Stores. So what do you do when you download it? Well, you have a choice to use the premium service right away, or you can just continue for free. I recommend just continuing for free, poke around, see if you like it. There's not much you're missing other than you do have to listen to ads every couple songs or so, and you will have to see ads, and you're going to be limited to song skips and a certain amount of limitations on mobile as well. So it's fine if you just want to play around with it, but if you are really going to go for it, get premium. It's $10 a month, and then you won't have any limitations at all. So let's open up the app. This is the desktop app, and you can see already it's quite intuitive. We have home, browse, radio, your library, podcasts, and your playlists at the bottom. And that's really what Spotify is strong at. They're really strong at recommending new music to you and organizing your music into playlists. So we have the browse section here, genres and moods, pop, hip hop mood. It's very simple to kind of, what mood are you in? Are you in a rock mood, a country mood? Do you want to go work out? Let's say we're going to the gym. We just click on this workout playlist, and then you can see, all right, beast mode, motivation mix, pump up pop. Pumped pop, locked in. You have so many different types. Maybe you're going for biking. You want some power hour. Well, there you go. Click that, and now music is playing. It's perfect. If you have premium, you can download these playlists and then play them at the gym without an internet connection. That's one of the huge benefits to getting premium is downloading music. I'll get into that a little bit later. All right, let's go back to the browse playlist. We have podcasts, charts. These are just the top music in the world, really top 50 in Canada, where I'm located, global top 50, viral top 50, new releases where there's new music from artists that you know and artists that you don't know. And then a really cool feature here, concerts, where you can find concerts near you of the music you like.
Very similar design UX experience to the mobile app as well. We can go right into the Spotify playlists from our homepage, and we can see at the top some recently played tracks here. We have different podcasts, we have playlist recommendations, what you've been listening to recently, new music for you, and then at the bottom we have a search bar here, and then we have the exact same mood playlist, pop, indie, different browse sections. So a lot of options to find out what kind of music do you want to listen to, what type of mood, decades, countries, genres are you into. A lot of things to just browse. And then at the bottom here we have your library, which is my library. You have music and podcasts at the top, my playlist, the artists I like, and the albums I have. I do have Spotify Premium, so I can go ahead and just download all that music and then listen to it when I'm at the gym or when I'm commuting without an internet connection.
Okay, one thing I want to mention too, when you first start out with Spotify, Spotify is not going to really know you well right away because you haven't really listened to any music. Actually, you hadn't listened to any music at all. So it's going to be hard for them to at all recommend what you like because they don't know you yet. So there's this underlying technology algorithm that is going to recommend you songs over time, and the algorithm is going to get smarter over time to know what you like. So the best way to get the right recommendations for you is just listen to a ton of music that you like. Over time, Spotify will get to know you and then recommend music that you've never heard before that you might end up liking, and you probably will. That's one of the biggest benefits of Spotify, and one of their biggest competitive advantages over all their music streaming services is their recommendation algorithm for new music. So at the beginning, don't get discouraged if they're not recommending new music or if it's hard to find new music for you right away, because your playlists are empty. You haven't listened to any music, so they're not going to give you any new music. So don't be discouraged at the beginning. Just listen to a ton of music, get into it, and over time it will get better. Okay, let's talk about playlists. There are a few different types of playlists on Spotify. They have editorial playlists, so these are songs that Spotify curates themselves, and they're very popular playlists because they're controlled. Usually it's popular music. Another type of playlist is collaborative playlists. So anyone on Spotify, any user like me, like you, for example, can make a playlist. We can share and have these playlists open that other people can share. They're called collaborative playlists. A third playlist is algorithmic playlists. So these are dedicated to you. Once the algorithm, like I was talking about, once it starts getting to know you, they're going to be able to recommend new music for you.
So the same thing goes for mobile when you want to make a playlist. Here's how we would do it in the mobile app. We have our home page here, and at the bottom we'd go to our library, and then right away there's a call to action that says create playlist. So let's click on that, and we give our playlist a name. All right, let's say Cool Songs 2019. All right, let's create that. There we go, Cool Songs 2019. All we have to do now is add the songs we want. So let's add a song. If you know the song you want to add, you can search for it right here. If you don't, and you just want to maybe search some new songs, Spotify gives you recommendations of songs that you would like if the algorithm knows you. So for example, there's this song called Thunder by Imagine Dragons. I'm going to add this to my playlist. Great, add it to Cool Songs 2019.
And there you go. You just kind of scroll through the playlist, see what you like, add what kind of songs you like. If you know the songs you already, search for them, add them to the playlist. Then that playlist is going to be in your library, and you can go and listen to it whenever you want. Plus, if you have premium, download the playlist and listen to it when you're at the gym, when you're in your car. You don't need an internet connection. On the desktop app, it's quite simple. Go over to your left navigation here, and at the bottom, you'll see New Playlist. So click on that, New Playlist, and then you're gonna have to name your playlist. Okay, so let's say Autumn Songs for 2019. Then you can give this a bit of a description. This is my fave songs in the autumn. Cool. I'm gonna create that. Don't worry about this no internet connection. My internet's been tough today. Also a cool tip, choose an image for your playlist. Spotify will just generate a nice set of imagery based on the songs you've chosen, but I think that's a cool tip and a little hack. Choose an image you like to make a nice personalized playlist for you. Okay, let's create this playlist. Boom, right away, Autumn Songs for 2019. All we have to do now is go and add songs to it. You can add as many songs to it. You can also make this a private playlist. You can make it a collaborative playlist. One thing, benefits about making it a collaborative playlist is you can share this playlist with your friends and say, hey, let's all add 2 or 3 new songs that we've never heard before every week. And then, as time goes by, you just start being more collaborative on the playlist, something to talk about with your friends, and you kind of discover new music that way. So another thing I want to mention with Spotify too is the users. You can follow other users. For example, I was just talking about collaborative playlists and how you can share it with your friends. Well, your friends have usernames on Spotify and you can follow them to see what they're listening to in real time, which is really cool. Let's say, it's Saturday afternoon, you're both at home. Well, go on Spotify and see what your friends are listening to. Sometimes you'll be surprised. Maybe it's a guilty pleasure, a guilty pop song they're listening to. It doesn't matter. You can also turn that feature off in Spotify for your own privacy if you want to, and not have anyone kind of see what you're listening to if you kind of have those real guilty pleasure style of music. The next section is some tips, tricks, and hacks to Spotify. They're pretty cool, and I haven't heard many people talking about these before yet. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 different tips, tricks, and hacks to Spotify. Some of these are on the desktop app, and some of these are on the mobile app as well. Okay, first one, my favorite one, which is just adding a playlist that you listen to a lot to your home screen. Okay, so you have your phone, you're going to a gym class, workout, whatever, morning commute. You have a playlist that you like to listen to a lot. You're always going into your home app and searching for the playlist and pressing play. This would only be used on Android. You cannot do this with iPhone, but it essentially would be, let's go to our playlist we made here, which is Cool Songs 2019. There's little 3 dots here at the top. Click on those 3 dots, and then you would scroll right to the bottom, and right at the bottom here, below Go to Radio, you would have Add to Home Screen on Android. I don't have an Android device, so it's not here, but you would click that, and then it would go right to your home, and then it would show up right there. Let's just focus, and it would be a next app for you. Pretty simple, and then you have great speed at getting into right to the playlists that you like to listen to, and you've already downloaded them, and you just don't even have to open up the Spotify app anymore. Number 2 would be crossfade and karaoke. What crossfade is essentially it takes 2 songs and then overlaps them a little bit, fading each one in and out, which provides kind of a seamless experience from song to song. So it's not like song, stop, awkward. And that really helps when you're at parties or you're throwing a little bit of a social event, you're with your friends, and you kind of want to make it more of a seamless type atmosphere between each songs. Put in a crossfade, and you can tell Spotify how long you want that crossfade to be, whether it's 2 seconds, whether it's 10 seconds, and the song's really bleeding together. Sometimes that doesn't sound too good because 10 seconds is quite a lot of overlap between each song, and that could get a little messy. Click home screen at the bottom, and then I'm going to go to the top here where you have little settings gear. Go into settings, and then you're going to want to go to the section called playback here. Click playback, and then right away you can see, okay, crossfade. Okay, I have it on 0 seconds. So let's say 2 seconds crossfade between each song, and then we'll have seamless integration between each song. A super cool little hack that you can do on Spotify. One added little tip to that as well is there's this karaoke mode that you can put Spotify into if you download another app. This app is called Music Match. And Music Match just gives you the lyrics for the songs and doesn't play any of the actual vocal lines over it. So you can host your own karaoke parties, crossfade the songs, and I think you're in for a good night. Okay, number 3, third little hack for Spotify, which would be concerts. I kind of got into this a little bit when I showed you the concerts tab on this desktop app. Well, you can look on mobile and desktop as well and see the local concerts in your area. Not only that, but Spotify is going to recommend concerts that you might even be interested in because they know what type of music you're listening. So if you're listening to an artist that you really like and there's another artist in town that's coming that's very similar to that artist, well, they're going to recommend that concert. You can go see a show and find out new artists, maybe meet them. Actually go and search out concerts other than hearing them from your friends or actually going to ticketed sites, which I rarely ever do anymore. So I pop into the concerts tab every once in a while and see who's playing and eventually go to different shows of artists that I've never heard before. So 4th little trick for using Spotify on desktop and mobile, you can connect them to a Google Home device or a Siri device. So whether you're on Android or Apple, connect it to Siri. Be like, hey Siri, play me this song. connected to Google, and let's say you're cooking dinner, you don't have your hands free, well, just talk to Google, let them know, play me the new music that I'd like, play me rock, play me this awesome dinner playlist. And I use this tool a lot because I do have a Google Home device and it's connected to my Spotify account. Hey Google, play me some chill music to relax to.
Sure, here's a Spotify playlist called Ambient Relaxation.
There we go, ambient relaxation. Let's take a quick listen. I could feel relaxed to this. Number 5, the Instagram story integration with Spotify is really cool because, well, Spotify has partnered with Instagram to make seamless sharing between each platform. You're listening to a song on Spotify, maybe it's a cool new artist. Like, everyone wants to be the person which finds out a new band that might become popular and tell their friends about it. So let's say you come across this band or artist you really like, you want to share it. So you can do that easily in mobile.
This is me actually on Spotify, Charles Klein. Okay, let's say you like Charles Klein. You want to share it, so this is one of my songs here called Nothing But the Glory. Oh, I love this song. I want to share it to Instagram stories. You can go right down here to share. Press share. And then a little thing will pop up here. You can see you have Snapchat, Messages, WhatsApp, Instagram Stories. Okay, let's click on Instagram Stories. We'll pop up my Instagram app, and there you go. This is a post, a story right away. You can share that. You can say, cool song, take a listen, and then you go and send to your friends, and you share it to your story. I'm not actually going to share it because that would be a bit narcissistic.
Are you a Spotify user? Do you like it? Let me know what you think in a comment of Spotify. I'm curious to hear your thoughts if you use another music streaming service and what you think of Spotify, or if you agree, or if you have any new tips and hacks or tricks for Spotify that you want to share, please let me know in a comment below. Punch the subscribe button if you're new here. That's everything I had prepared for this video. I hope it was valuable to you. I post a lot of videos every week and I have my own music as well. I'll leave a couple links in the description and I'll see you in the next video.